Hey, welcome to the Kinda Sleepy Podcast. I'm your host, Knowledge, and who do I have in this room with me? We not in the studio no more. We done went mobile. Who do I have in the room with me?
Miss EP in the building.
The voice of reason.
Hey.
And who else do I got here for the second time in a row, man? You might as well just go and move down here, man.
Man, you know what it is. This time I'm live, baby. I'm live. I'm in the building this time. It's your boy Rrell.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, we got a whole long show. And for those of you that just tuning in, this might be your first time listening. I'm letting you know up front, I got all kind of smoke for Kanye. Yeah, it's one of them shows right now. I'm about to get in my
Off
bag.
top.
Now, we're not going to jump into it up front. We're going to get to our other stuff up front. But
Okay.
I'm telling you, when it comes to the Kanye topic, I'm getting all the way in my bag with his disrespectful, ignorant ass. Matter of fact, let's jump to the end. Fuck Kanye. Let's jump back to the beginning.
Fuck Kanye.
So let's jump right back to the beginning. Okay. And so first off, let's start on a happy note. I mean, I guess it's kind of happy. I got my own thoughts about it. I want to hear what y'all think about it. The two black men that were arrested in Starbucks a couple weeks ago that we talked about, who were arrested in Philly while they were waiting on one of their colleagues to do a business deal. They've settled with the city for a symbolic amount of $1 each. And Starbucks has pledged $200,000 to a program to help young entrepreneurs. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I see the meaning in the $1. That's getting them
that.
to it. Yeah.
I'm
Me
sorry.
personally, I'm a little more petty than that. I need a couple commas,
You're
but
gonna put a comma behind put some respect on my check.
the point I think they were trying to get at is that gets them to admit fault.
I mean, yeah, but at that point you've exhausted any chance for financial recourse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You settled.
Yeah, I mean,
It's out the
like-
window.
Like,
I don't like it.
yeah.
Nope.
Well, why don't you like it, Miss EP? You
I mean,
you the voice of reason. I might be speaking off emotion here.
Well, no, I really do think that we need to stop being nice niggas.
I mean,
We need to stop being nice niggas. Like recently I went to a particular hotel, and while I was there, it was, majority, white patrons there. And of course, while no one acted different, there were always, the side eyes and the glares and the looks like, oh, it's black people, But
look, honey, they were darker.
I really made a conscious effort. Like I told myself, I'm not smiling at another white person when I walk past them. Like I really told myself that because I caught myself doing that just out of habit. I always do it. Being from Mississippi is just a habit. We say hello when we pass people and smile.
And the thing is, it's not even Southern hospitality. It's a defense mechanism.
It is because I need you to know that I'm okay. I'm a nice nigga. And I said,
Right.
I'm not smiling at another person. I'm not mean mugging, but I don't have to smile to make you feel comfortable
Nice
while
for
I
what to
feel
these
uncomfortable.
colonizers?
Exactly.
Hey.
I really told myself, I was like, I'm not smiling at another person. So yeah, the whole settlement for $1, nope, not feeling it.
So and I've stopped doing this. Like at work, I'm courteous and I'm professional and I'm polite at work. But I mean, both of you guys know me, and y'all know me well enough to know that I'm not really extra polite to pretty much anybody at this point. But one thing about it is that there's this. I stopped being like that probably back in 2013. I think it's the book Whistling Vivaldi, and it talks about this black man who would, I think he was from New York City, very intelligent man, and he would wear. He's a large black man. And if you got some size on you, even if you don't have some size on you, you're often seen as a threat if you're a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would wear Ivy League sweatshirts and would be and he said he would walk through the park whistling, classical music, whistling Vivaldi, so that people would see him as less of a threat. And around the same time that this came out, I remember Questlove actually did an essay about an encounter he had on an elevator in his own apartment complex, where this woman had no idea he was Questlove. But, he felt the need to make himself seem non-threatening. It forces you to shrink who you are and dim your light a little bit so that other people feel comfortable. I'm done doing that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wakanda
Exactly.
forever, I am Black Panther. The power of the Black Panther is with me.
Absolutely. And, I got that used to be me. That used to be me, 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago, before I got comfortable in my setting, before I got comfortable in my role.
And see, you're in NYC.
Yeah. So that alone comes with a different type of confidence to do what I do with the people I do it with. And the fact that, every single day I meet with CEOs, presidents, owners of large companies, and I see how they operate and how nonchalant they are, how confident they are, cocky, arrogant, whatever you want to call it. I match their level. And I just noticed that works for me.
You can't work with a boss without a boss mentality.
You can't. They're gonna look at you and they're gonna eat you alive. They're gonna take you as a lesser.
Not doing what you do. Like what did Hope say? You're only a customer when you're in the presence of hustlers.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna either be a hustler or a customer, and so you can't be a customer at that point.
And it works for me. I figured out how to turn that into my whole demeanor. So even when I travel for work, if I'm in the West Coast, if I'm down south, or the Midwest, I still carry myself like that. I might not appear to be the most friendly, but I'll engage with you and have a conversation. But I'm not smiling at you. I'm walking through the Ritz-Carlton. I'm walking through the Hyatt Regency with my head held high, just like, yep, I got a $1,300 room just like you. And what? Where the bar at?
And I'm not a rapper.
And it went on the corporate Amex. And what? Give me my points.
I'm not a star. Somebody lied. So let's keep moving. There was this story came out of Plano, Texas. This black couple got kicked out of this restaurant called Sambuco 360. And the irony, like, there's a whole video of it. The couple is Johnny Wimbrey, who's actually a motivational speaker. He wrote a book called From the Hood to Doing Good. And his wife, Crystal, is a Christian children's book writer. And they were at Sambuco 360 just trying to unwind and hear some live music. And there's this whole video that I saw. And the irony of the fact that the live band is playing a song by The Weeknd in the background as these two are being put out of the restaurant is not lost on me, number one. Number two, I had to think about it, man. Like, dude actually brought it up like, yo, so y'all gonna do me like Starbucks? He was like, no, this is not Starbucks. I sat there and thought about it. I was like, so why is he kicking them out? So when I got the backstory, it was that these people, okay, so the Wimbreys are regulars at this restaurant. They've actually rented out this restaurant 3 times in the past. Mm-hmm. But apparently the manager was kicking them out because he said he made a mistake and he was trying to give their table to one of his regulars. Now, if you're a regular, it's almost like the barbershop. You know how you go into the barbershop, bro, and you feel like you got a little bit of seniority. And so, you need to probably get in the chair before the dude who ain't never been there before a little bit,
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's not right. I don't think restaurants do that or should do that. If I'm sitting down, now here's what he was. He said he was asking them, originally the offer was, hey, can you guys leave and you won't have to pay for your drinks. They'd only ordered 1 drink.
That's an odd request in itself, asking them to leave, not wait a little bit longer or we have, other guests that we'd like to attend to. They just straight asked them to leave?
Yeah, like my thing is, and so then when the dude said, no, I'm fine. Like we came out to have a good time, listen to some music and drinks. The manager was like, no, you're not being very nice. I can't be very nice. You're not very nice. And I want you to leave. I don't like you.
That sounds like a straight discrimination case right there.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what happened after that. So they sent security up there. So now this is what they do. Of course, you threatened to call the police, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they send security over there. The security guard is a black man. And the security guard says to him, hey, man, you just pick your battles, man. I mean, I'm a brother just like you, but I pick my battles. I choose my battles.
That's one I would have picked right
and
there.
So my thing is, like you said earlier, like we do things to be nice. We bend over backwards and are overly nice in situations. If I've done nothing wrong and I have a right to be in this establishment and I'm being treated wrong, everybody just feel like I don't understand this overwhelming sentiment that black people do not have a right to be treated fairly. Like that's ridiculous to be. Like the same thing with in the Waffle House down in Saraland, Alabama. The young lady was like, well, can I get the corporate number? And they refused to give her the corporate number and called the police on her. And other people were like, well, she should have just left. Why could she not have gotten the corporate number like any other customer has a right to? Like, you're automatically blaming her for her own circumstances, but not even looking at the actual real life meth head who was the lady that called the police on her. This lady actually got arrested for distribution and possession of methamphetamine, and she looked like a meth head. But yet the black woman who was like, yo, I haven't done anything wrong, why are you treating me like this, is in the wrong with a lot of people's eyes. And I'm like, nah, man, come on, dog. I'm done with that bullshit. Y'all got to stop that.
It's the picture that America paints. And the fact is, when these cases happen or the situations arise, these colonizers look at it and say, you know what? I got a better chance of calling the cops and them believing me, whatever I say, than them believing this black woman or this black man or this couple. So I'm going to call the cops, cover my ass and whatever wrongdoing I was doing, and watch how it goes. Because historically, cops ain't going to come in, ask them no questions, rectify the system.
Cops haven't de-escalated a damn thing when it comes to black people in any public setting.
Nope. I mean, we saw the video. What questions did they ask? What pre-intervention methods did they use?
Could they have taken her outside and ascertained her side of the story?
Exactly. You know, there's just this predisposition towards black people, and they know there's no repercussions if they're wrong. So there's no cause for them to try.
Another thing about that is, like, you know, I hear the argument all the time. They say, well, the cops are just there to enforce the law.
Not interpreted, right?
Well, here's the thing.
Bullshit.
The biggest thing is cops manage to, certain cops manage to de-escalate situations all the time. And everything goes right. But then when it comes to a person of color, oh, well, the cops not there to de-escalate. They just there to enforce the law. Oh, okay, yeah, you enforce it all right. You enforce the shit out of that law.
But most of the time, what's the law?
They
like
don't know.
The lady at Waffle House.
Okay, so what it was, they
no
said,
law.
I've never understood how you can be arrested and your only charge be resisting arrest or failure to obey a lawful order. You a grown man and you, okay, so I get it. Now, I know the difference between a lawful order and a request.
Right.
If you lawfully order me to leave the premises and I stay, that is trespassing. If I go outside and I say, officer, I've done nothing wrong, and you still tell me to leave, at that point, I have a complaint against you and that other person. But the problem is, other people get the opportunity, and we've seen video of this. We've seen this happen repeatedly, and we've even seen it with our own two eyes. I guarantee you every single one of us have seen a person, a non-person of color, defy authority and not get the cops called on them, not be treated any differently, not be brutalized, and not be beaten. We've all seen it, and we all know it occurs.
Man, that's light.
We're the only ones that don't get an opportunity to stand up for ourselves.
That's light. I mean, I seen white kids like go square up with cops, beat the shit out of them, and nothing happens to him. Little Tommy get tased and laid down gently in the grass.
That.
He was whooping that cop's ass.
Do you remember, like, and this is what made me think about it. Do you remember that pool party in Texas where that cop came through there like Juggernaut and tackled a 15-year-old
Oh, yeah,
girl?
yeah, on the block,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how we get treated. But I guarantee you, this weekend in some suburban enclave, there will be a huge party with all sorts of drugs and alcohol of underage kids, and they will all be treated politely and said, you don't want to mess up your future now. Y'all go home. Meanwhile, 15-year-old Keisha gets body slammed and tackled. If you don't see a double standard by now, then you just choosing not to, and you trash. And I hope your genitals fall off or something.
Ouch.
Anyway,
all
let's
the way
move
off.
on. In more black people getting treated like shit news, a former White House staffer was moving into his apartment complex on the Upper West Side of New York, and it got the cops called on him for moving in. So now we can't, let's see, we can't buy Skittles and Arizona tea.
No.
We can't listen to loud music in the car.
Hell no.
We can't, file a customer complaint.
Never.
We can't apparently go somewhere and just listen to live music.
Can't get the right hotel room that you
can't get the right
reserve.
hotel room that you deserve. And now apparently we can't even legally move into our own motherfucking apartment.
Nope. Upper West Side trash for that. I said it.
The whole Upper West Side trash.
Move to Brooklyn. Yo, I got a story about Brooklyn.
We had video, man, because if you saw the look I just gave him, I was like,
nah, they tried to rename Brooklyn. I'll get to that later.
What they called it, boho or something?
That bullshit. We ain't even gonna get into that.
They didn't gentrify like.
Are y'all serious? Like I didn't know about that. Boho? The
Boho
is serious?
It's some shit
What was
that
it? It was like NoHo or boho.
It was like boho or something. They reclassifying everything in Brooklyn now. They did it in Queens too. Like South Jamaica now is like Jamaica Estates. It's something like that. I can't remember what they did with it, but they tried to change the spelling of Brooklyn. It was this place I went to right there in Bed-Stuy, and instead of regular Brooklyn, it was like BREUOG something K. I don't know how they spell it.
White people got to be stopped.
Yeah.
In the middle of Bed-Stuy at that
Brooklyn
too.
been Brooklyn forever. Look, In the words of the show that premieres, well, the new season comes out on Netflix this weekend. I'm definitely gonna be binge watching this weekend. Dear White People,
Season 2.
season 2. Dear White People, please stop changing the name of shit when you gentrify it.
Nah, hey man, they living in the spirit of their ancestor, Christopher Columbus.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Gunshots.
We really got to get a soundboard.
Nah, it's funny because I've been patronizing a lot of different establishments in Brooklyn lately, and going to like North Slope on Fifth Ave, going to different places for brunch and everything, and it's just I said brunch, but anyways.
Do you spell it different?
Right.
It depend. But nah, it's still some spots there that still, we go to, but then there's some other spots that I'm just like, I'm just gonna go in here just to go in here. Just to be like, mood just changed, didn't it?
Now.
Yeah, we here now.
You feel that city in spirit come in when I walked in the room?
Yeah.
See, this is why I need to move to Atlanta. Wait, no, Atlanta's full. Never mind.
Yeah.
You good where you at?
Moving right along. Deontay Yarber, rest in peace, the young man who was killed in Sacramento when cops opened fire on him, fired over 20 rounds into an occupied car full of people because apparently they claim he was wanted for questioning in connection with a car theft, and they claimed that he rammed one of their cars. Now there was no damage to the car that he and his family members were in, but that's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about is the fact that one of the officers that was identified as one of the officers that fired into his car was actually charged with a hate crime a couple years ago. He was charged with a hate crime. He was fired, got his job back, and given 6 figures in back pay.
I kind of want to be shocked and upset and appalled, but to be, I'm almost emotionally drained when it comes to this bullshit.
I'm tired, bro.
I'm just tired, man. It's frustrating. It's like, when do we get a say? When do we get accounted for? When do we matter? When is the standard not going to be set for this person and then readjusted for this person? It should be one flat standard. And everybody wants to say, all lives matter and all that other bullshit. Well, all laws should be applied the same way. All rhetoric should be applied the same way. All views should be applied the same way. How you gonna fire dude after he got, charged with a hate crime, bring him back and back pay him, and then he do something else like this?
I mean, you clearly saw what type of person he was the first time.
Well, I think a lot of things are done just to pacify people, like to get you to be quiet. Like the fact that they charged him with the hate crime. Like, oh, okay, we'll charge him with it. That's everybody will simmer down. Then he'll get hired back, and he gets paid back pay. So technically, he never suffered.
Yep, and then I'm wrong when I say white privilege.
Right.
Oh, they taking care of each other. They taking care of each other.
That had been Officer Jamal Williams.
Oh, he be under the jail.
His ass would be working construction somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to be honest,
he probably wouldn't get a construction job.
Nah, he probably wouldn't.
They'd probably give him some jail time and put him in GP and let everybody know he a cop.
Right.
That's what they would do. They give him like 6 months in GP.
Yeah.
So this may sound really horrible, but I really think that like all lives matter, Black Lives Matter, the whole movement thing. Of course, I have this whole theory about us being reconditioned to being numb to the disadvantages, but the whole all lives movement, Black Lives movement, I feel like it's just another holiday like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. You make money off of it.
I can totally agree because
like you really make money off of it.
I can completely agree with that. I think the only legitimate well, I'm not gonna say the only, but the only large scale legitimate organization out there right now is the New Era organization that started in Detroit. I can't say that a lot of these other organizations are actually doing things in their community. Like the New Era organization, across the country is actually doing things that, in the community to help people in the same spirit of the Black Panther free breakfast program and the health screening program. Like I got a lot of respect for New Era Detroit, and I know that they're not going to let you come into their community and treat their people any kind of way. Yeah. They're trying to provide opportunities. And so I got a lot of respect for New Era. Black Lives Matter. What I will say is that I do believe Black Lives Matter, and I'll leave it at that.
It's good for awareness.
And that's really all I really have to say about it. I mean, I've seen so much bullshit co-signed in the name of Black Lives Matter because there was no central leadership. You know, it was like a franchise.
So this is my thought on it. And I don't want anybody to think that we're putting down Black Lives Matter. It's just that this organization or this collective of us is just so big without any guidance or any end goal. Yeah, we want to get the conversation started. Okay, what happens next?
And while I'm not looking for a black messiah. Like, I don't need anybody to sit in Huey's chair or pick up Martin's drum major for Justice baton, you know, or become Malcolm. But I mean, there has to be a central focus and direction. And while I looked at Black Lives Matter's website and saw their goals and things of that nature, and I thought they were all noble and I appreciated them for what they were.
It's the plan of action.
Yeah, the implementation in and of itself was too disjointed to make the impact that it potentially could have. And so while the respect is there, you know, I have my criticisms, but then again, I'm not the one out there doing it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I am either. Like, you know, I always joke about this, but you know, back when I was full of piss and vinegar and fire and fury, you know, nobody wanted to listen to me. And everything that's going on now that people are upset about is stuff that I was mad about 10, 15 years ago. And so, you know, I say I'm a retired activist. I'm like Black Dynamite now. So when your so-called revolution does start, you call me. And I'll be right down front showing you how it go. But until then, you need to shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking. That's just how I feel about it. Like, honestly, that's just how I feel about it. And the thing is, another thing about it that, you know, I'm all about is, you know, to quote Senator Maxine Waters, I'm reclaiming my time. Like, if I put effort and energy into it, I need a return on my investment. And that return needs to happen not like financially. I'm talking about in sweat equity. Like, if I'm putting in effort, I need other people to put in the same effort. If I'm taking these chances, I need other people to do the same chances. But I also need to see something concrete, something intelligent, something strategic, and that return on that investment needs to be tangible, and it needs to be measurable and quantifiable. It can't just be abstract feelings. I'm done working and operating on feelings. Feelings ain't gonna keep a bullet out my ass. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you. It's not. We Shall Overcome songs ain't gonna put a bullet out my ass. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sign your petition. I'm not gonna change my Facebook profile picture, and I'm not gonna have another damn candlelight vigil. What I will do is sit down and plan with you and figure out a way to hold police accountable for extrajudicial killing of black males and black females and black trans persons and black gay people and black everybody. Black, all 30 million different ways to be black. I want to keep bullets out y'all ass when you unarmed. Point blank, period.
There's one exclusion to that.
What's that? Kanye. Now,
2 exclusions now.
Uh-oh.
What was the second exclusion?
That broad that thinks she transracial. I mean, transracial. Oh, excuse me.
Rachel Doohickey. What's her name?
Dolezal.
Dole Pineapple. What?
Rachel the hair braider.
Oh, Rachel.
Well, y'all know she changed the name, right? Because she couldn't get a job.
What's her name?
No.
Kawanza Ujoma. What's her name? Did she change her name?
She looked up some adjectives for Kwanzaa and went with it.
She done changed her name to Coochie Jacquelia Wilson. That's what her name is.
I ain't gonna pick on her for not being able to find a job.
Yeah, Rachel Dolezal and completely.
Oh man.
Missy P, find Rachel's new name.
Rachel's new name.
What's Rachel Dolezal's new name?
Ask Siri?
Ask Siri what Rachel Dolezal's new name is.
Oh, I'm curious about it. All right. Hey Siri, what is Rachel Dolezal's new name?
Is it an official name? I don't know.
Here's what I found on the web for what is Rachel Dolezal's new name. Have a look.
What is it? So Siri actually went and found that.
She gave me some bullshit, but I'm gonna read it.
What is it?
All right, hold on. She took me to the New York Post. West African
West
moniker.
You got it, Missy P?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna massacre
Oh man,
this.
yeah, I got it too.
What is it?
We'll give it 2 shots.
Nietzsche Amar Diallo.
Yeah, I got Nikichi Amari Diallo.
Now here's what pisses me off about that. She done stole Amadou Diallo's last name. The guy who was shot back in the, I think it was the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, 41 times by the cops. They mistook his wallet for a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she gave the explanation. The first name is short for an extremely long name that comes from an Igbo word from what God has given or gift of God.
God gave you white skin. What the? She just
the irony. But I'm trying to figure out, why did she pick a
wait.
West African name? Did she trace her roots back there?
No. She figured that was her way of saying she went through the Middle Passage.
She traced their passage. Her roots was there. They weren't born there. They stole some shit there.
She did not choose it randomly.
So what's the middle name for?
Some man reached out to her and just said, "We see you. My tribe sees you for who you are, and you have this high frequency in your soul, and you're incarnated into this white envelope. And you were brought here as a gift from the gods to challenge white supremacy spirituality."
So they sent that on Facebook, or was it an email?
No, they sent it via eHarmony.
I guess maybe she went and she said he reached out to her.
Was it from the Nigerian prince saying that she won the lottery as well?
Nah, she got that on Tinder.
But it was after her struggle to find steady employment.
Yo, that's wild. African Tinder?
Yeah, I kind of want to see that, though. I ain't going to lie to you.
I'm curious.
I bet.
I'm curious.
You know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to disrespect our African brothers and sisters like that. Kanye did enough of that for us already.
Facts.
Bastard. So, moving right along, getting back on track. Jacob Scott Goodwin, one of the white guys who jumped on Deontay Harris in Charlottesville. Remember the black guy that got jumped in Charlottesville?
And he got charged.
Okay, so he was found guilty of malicious wounding, and the jury recommended 10 years and a $20,000 fine for him. So I guess that's something good that came out of that. I mean, I'm sure Mr. DeAndre doesn't feel the same way. I mean, he still got his ass whooped by a bunch of racists, but, I mean, at least one of them did get charged and found guilty and is possibly facing 10 years and $20,000.
Is that the only person from that side to catch a charge during that whole thing? Or publicly, at least?
I think other people got charged, but nobody's been found. I don't think anybody's been found guilty. At least I don't remember anybody being found guilty of anything.
Yeah, we probably won't know unless we
look. He may be the only one. Uh-oh.
Man. Tell us why you mad, bro.
That cord don't stretch that long.
Man, I had one of my clients come through yesterday.
Right.
She was late, which was cool. It was cool because she had called me. She called. She was like,
hold up. He said it was
cool.
Jump
right into this.
Because she called me. So she had this bag. So I was like, shit, what's in the bag? She was like, I went to Cuba, and she had 10 Cuban cigars and 15 hand wrap cigars.
That's how she wanted to pay for a tattoo?
No, I mean,
I thought the same thing.
Look, I'm late. I know you like cigars. Okay, cool. So she leaves. I fire the cigar up. That motherfucker was stale as hell. I've been better off going to the corner store and getting me a mango Dutch.
She done brought you
a green game.
A green game.
She done brought you.
She was walking around with that in her purse for 2 weeks.
Man, she done brought you a Cuban backwood. You went all the way to Cuba to get some damn backwoods.
She got a Cuban Dutch.
I'm like, what the hell? So, I mean, I'm going to just burn them for incense here. That's about what the motherfuckers good for. Burn them up for incense.
You good, man? How you been? How was your weekend, man?
Man, how was my weekend?
It must have been good if you don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Nah, it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't too good.
She's starting to come back.
Shit.
Yeah, that shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got a question. So I met somebody from down your way, down in your area. Do you know the McClurkins?
Donnie and them?
That's what I was about to say. Donnie and them.
Well, yeah, I mean, Donnie the one that got out.
What was their name?
Down in York.
Oh, I'm
Chester?
Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, it's all right.
No. I ain't from down there, motherfucker, man.
No, you're not from Lancaster.
Yeah, I don't fuck around in Chester. Yeah, no.
Neither do I.
Ain't no shit be open down there past 10 o'clock but the Waffle House and the county jail.
And your black ass shouldn't have been around to even know that.
Not at all.
Because if you go to Waffle House, you're going to go to the county jail.
Yeah, go to the county jail.
I mean, I kind of want a pecan waffle. That sound.
I bet the fuck you don't.
No, we don't. Hell, we don't.
You want a latte with that
See,
too?
that's
You want
the damn
a
thing.
vanilla chai
You
from
put waffles and
Starbucks?
chicken in the equation, You ain't like,
Start second guessing
yeah,
stuff.
we let that shit ride.
Not protesting.
This one time ain't that bad.
So,
Yeah.
so let's move on. This chick shot her shot with Michael B. Jordan. So I know you curved Gotti.
I finna say, goddamn, try to shoot your shot with me. My old lady go shoot your ass. Yeah. Kurt got it.
So this woman slid into Michael B. Jordan DMs. She's in Philly. She's a student at Temple.
Right.
And you know they recording the new Rocky movie there. Well, the Creed movie, I should say at this point, because honestly, with that first Creed movie that Michael B. Jordan did, that started a whole new franchise for me that just spun off of Rocky.
I love it.
I love that movie. Yeah. But she's 21 years old. Her name is Sylvia Wilson, and she actually got on set and got to take pictures with Michael B. Jordan. And they actually look kind of cute together. Like I'm kind of rooting for them. Like I really hope. I really hope Michael B. Jordan got her number and was like, so
Don't do it, man.
You trying to be Miss Killmonger?
Shit, you gonna fuck around and be in the Me Too clan.
Oh man, yeah, we need our man to stay alive.
You know
man.
what? Let's move right the fuck on past that. I'm not. Nope, not touching that
We're
one.
gonna slide past
Y'all are
that.
not gonna get my ass boycotted in this motherfucker here. So, speaking of people that need to be boycotted, Tommy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she needs to boycott jail. How about that? She got arrested again. This time for whooping somebody's ass that work in the mall. Now this lady just wanted to go to wherever her job is, rave, Rainbow, Charlotte Rules, Forever 21, whatever, and Tommy come in there whooping her ass. So now Tommy has a court date for not only this offense, because she got charged with battery, but she has a court date now for not only this offense, but a DUI that she got in 2016.
But do we know why Tommy whooped her ass?
You know what? Honestly, I don't really care.
I mean,
you know how many mugshots Tommy got? Tommy got more mugshots than James Brown.
But hold on, though.
Shit.
Because you said not too long ago you were an advocate for bringing back ass whoopings.
I am definitely an advocate for bringing back ass. See, black women don't forget nothing, bro.
Never.
Make ass women great again, MAGA.
Hey.
Now
say that.
I am all manner of I'm
MAGA.
advocating, but what I'm not an advocate for is going to jail when you don't have to.
Okay.
True.
Because Tommy has been Tommy done got more charges. Tommy got more charges than DMX.
DUI
Yeesh.
and fighting.
She got more than that. She didn't have battery, other DUIs, all
She
kinds.
just want to get drunk and jump on people.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fuck, she think she is Steve Austin. That's what Steve Austin used to do. Drag a deal, jump off the top rope on the motherfucker.
I think I'm Charlie Sheen. Oh.
Hell, you don't want to be that dude.
Nah, you don't want to. No, Charlie Sheen got that.
Tiger blood.
Yeah, I
A
don't know.
little extra
That
sauce
ain't
on
tiger
that.
blood. That's monkey blood. That's what that is.
A little extra sauce on
I'm
that.
trying to tell you, I don't even. Let's not touch on that either, folks. If you like to sponsor the Kind of Sleepy Podcast, please get in contact with us at kindsleepypodcast@gmail.com. So speaking of ass whoopings and making ass whoopings great again, I firmly believe that Drake was about to catch an ass whooping recently by Kendrick Perkins. Apparently they was barking at each other after the latest Toronto game. And they was and Drake apparently was really, really heated with Kendrick. And when Kendrick Perkins went in the locker room, apparently somehow Drake got into the tunnel and was standing in the tunnel yelling at Kendrick Perkins, telling him to come outside and calling him a puss ass nigga.
Whoa.
Now,
Was Drake red? Was his ears purple or something? What's wrong with him?
Rudolph?
now here's my thing about that. Now, Drake didn't want no smoke with Kendrick Lamar. I know he don't want no smoke with Kendrick Perkins, bro.
Everybody knows Drake has temper tantrums. Well, mantrums.
Mantrums.
Yeah, mantrums. That's a real thing.
What is a mantrum?
If you a grown ass adult man and you throw a temper tantrum, it's a mantrum.
I really wanted to, but you know what though? Honestly, and here's my thing. Everybody gives Drake a pass. Drake done got and we've talked about it on the show. Drake done got a pass for taking shots at everybody. I really wish Kendrick Perkins really would have just gave him that work there.
Yeah. I think one good pimp slap might do it. Just one
backhand,
open hand
slap him.
You
That's
a
more
punk.
disrespectful than beating his ass. Just
Yeah.
open hand.
Drake.
You can't jump on Drake, but
You
you can slap
don't
the
get
shit
no
out of
credit
him.
for that.
Sorry.
Right.
You gotta mush him in the face or
At this
something.
Yeah.
point, nah, my thing is people got to be taught a lesson. Like you know when you was young and it was always that one little kid that used to run around picking at people and everybody was like, nah, man, just man,
You gotta bust his ass one time.
or something like that. You know, what I'm saying, little stuff like that. But the thing is, at some point, somebody got tired of time and shit and whooped time ass.
Yeah.
It's about time. Like Drake been doing this kind of bullshit for a very, very long time. Now we know when him and Chris Brown got into their little squabble or whatever. You know that it was. I think it was a lot of open hand swinging and bitch get back. Like I think it was a lot of that going on. Somehow, some other light. I think Tony Parker, some other light skinned dude, got cut in the eye with a bottle because Drake was throwing bottles or something. Like it just seemed like one of them old fights where somebody had to pull their bra up at the end of it.
Yeah, I used to throw bottles. I used to.
All right, moving right along. In other music news,
Thank God for growth.
I'm gonna have a comment about
Amen.
Drake later, but I'm gonna let this one
in
go.
other music and sports news, Maaaan Shumpert apparently got caught cheating with
Stupid ass.
with some porn star named Monica Santiago. Now, I have not gone on any of the numerous streaming sites to assess Monica Santiago's talents, just like I have not gone on any of these wonderful entertainment sites to assess that of Stormy Daniels, who has officially become the president's Achilles heel and thorn in his side. But honestly, Monica Santiago may be thicker than Tiana Taylor. But she ain't got nothing else on. Only thing she got on Tiana Taylor is about 45 pounds. That's about it.
And a couple bodies.
Yeah, she got more than a couple.
She got a
She
couple
might have
bodies.
a couple more bodies than Tiana Taylor. But Tiana Taylor, boy, like,
That's Tiana Taylor.
yeah.
Whoa.
But you know what though, and here's my logic. If and I said this, I know I got it from Narado Moore, comedian Narado Moore. If Halle Berry got cheated on, ain't none of you hoes safe out here.
And Beyonce got cheated on.
If Beyonce got cheated on,
Queen B.
ain't nobody safe out here. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It
I
ain't
always say
safe
it's like
for the
it's
black or the
a
white girl.
Well, baby, I like to say this is
Uh-oh.
me speaking, baby. If you listen, baby, this is me speaking. You safe, okay?
It's your boy Curve. Got it.
No, I think there's a new movement coming.
What's that?
Because I think this is a little too well, it's always been like the thing that happens, right? So, when Chloe decided that she was taking was it Tristan back?
Tristan, yeah.
She said that she had an issue with, groupies and the fact that women throw themselves at men, especially men that they know are in relationships or married men or whatever the case may be. I'm feeling it, right? Okay, yeah. But I think it's almost like, is there a new hashtag coming? Like him too.
Ooh.
Wait.
I'm
You
serious.
gotta break that one down. Like I had him too.
Another one bites the dust. Like he got caught cheating too. Like he got
him too.
He went into the sunken place,
I mean-
the porno or the stripper sunken place, the groupie sunken place, and he got caught up. So hashtag him too.
That makes sense.
I mean,
But black men don't cheat, so
No,
Never.
yeah, black men
oh
don't cheat.
y'all shut up.
Only thing we
It
wanna
wasn't
do is go
us.
to church, raise our kids, and marry our high school sweethearts,
And fried chicken.
And fried chicken.
and grill out on Sundays.
And when we get older, wear them sandals and short sets.
Them linen with white shorts.
I tried to
them
get you
holy-ass
to look at a
sandals.
pair of sandals like that this
I ain't
past
old
weekend.
enough. I ain't old enough.
He ain't
These
close
were
enough to
like
retirement.
see, these weren't the regular
I
leather.
can't get those until after at least my
These were
eighth prostate
shining.
exam.
Damn. You gonna wear socks with them too?
Hell yeah! Ain't no other way to wear sandals when you that age. I'm just saying.
Slide in, slide out of it easy.
I'm just saying. Ain't no other way to wear sandals at that age unless you got on socks.
Your uncle with them
And-
toes.
Or the back
them
of your feet
talons.
look like you got socks on, but you really
You
don't.
got to have ashy feet. And the only reason my feet ashy because I can't reach them.
Lord.
You ever thought about that?
what's
That's the real reason they feet ashy.
What's the next topic?
You want to know what the next topic is?
Black health.
You want to know what the next topic is?
Yes.
Fuck Kanye. That's the next
Hold
topic.
up, I need another drink.
Fuck Kanye. That is the exact next topic. I want you know what you go on and make your drink because I got a full clip of Kanye. Fuck Kanye.
Why?
I need to go get my vest. It's in the car right there.
Fuck
I
Kanye.
think you know what? I'm standing up for Yeezy, man.
Let me tell you what you're not gonna do.
I'm standing
Standing the
up for
fuck up for
Yeezy.
Yeezy. You Haitian. You Haitian. How the fuck you standing up for Weezy?
I'm gonna stand up for Yeezy today. I'm gonna be devil's advocate today.
No. We not doing this shit today. We ain't doing this shit today. We not gonna do this shit today.
Yeezy come in this house and fuck up this motherfucking harmony.
I'm trying to tell you, fuck Kanye. Like, you got the audacity to sit your ignorant ass up there with an activist mama and a Black Panther daddy and say 400 years of slavery.
Okay.
Oh, and for you motherfucking scholars, let's talk about you motherfucking scholars trying to count slavery. Let's be perfectly honest. Slavery began in 1441 when the first black slaves were brought over here to the quote-unquote West Indies, which includes Hispaniola, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, all these other places. That's when slavery began, with your ignorant asses trying to rationalize this bullshit. So yes, it was 400 years of actual chattel motherfucking slavery. And what your dumb ass is not gonna do is come in here and talk about it was a choice. Nigga, I got a choice to whoop your ass right now. That's what I should do. I guarantee motherfucking to you, if I went to my grandmama, okay, so I'm gonna be transparent right quick. My grandma got Alzheimer's. My grandmama talks out of her head all the time. I went to go see her last time. She didn't even know who I was. I guarantee you, if I stood in front of that old lady and said slavery was a choice, she would get up out that bed with the strength of 10,000 Black Panthers and whoop my entire ass for Emmett Till. She would whoop my ass for Nat Turner, for John Brown, for Denmark Vesey, for her grandmama, for herself, my grandmama, for Killmonger, for everybody. She would whoop my ass with the strength of 10,000 ancestors for being so goddamn stupid. Like, let's be perfectly honest. And this rationalization bullshit, everybody want to cape for Kanye. Stop caping for his stupid ass. The only time Kanye talk to y'all is when his wife do something stupid, or he want to sell one of his little funk ass albums that he done made with a clavicle, or old ass Casio, and a damn xylophone. He don't even make soul beats no more. This is some bullshit. I am sick of Kanye's shit. He is now higher on my shit list than Jay Electronica. And fuck Jay Electronica while I'm at it. His ragged ass. I'm so sick of these motherfucking celebrities thinking they smarter than anybody goddamn body, specifically these rappers. You motherfuckers have committed treason against the nation of black people. I am sick of you motherfuckers. I am so tired.
What did Jay do to
goddamn
you?
Tired.
Tell her what Jay did, son.
Jay Electronica hypocritical ass. Let me talk about Jay Electronica.
Tell her what he did.
Make
son.
all these goddamn songs about the Illuminati. This nigga had a buzz bigger than everybody. He had a whole Mountain Dew commercial and a tour off nothing but mixtapes.
Who did he link up with, son?
Jay-Z?
No.
You talking about Erykah Badu?
No, I thought he was dating a Rothschild.
Well, he is now. That's how you know the nigga a hypocrite. He come on Twitter taking shots at everybody and then delete them shits. I'm so sick of his ass, ragged ass Jay Electronica. And tell him I said it if you... No, wait. I'm just saying, I don't really want that smoke. No, like I said, fuck Jay Electronica. You right. No, and personally, okay, so here's my thing. I have nothing against these people personally, okay? But I do have something against Kanye personally now. Jay Electronica, I just talk shit about Jay Electronica because I feel like he wasted so much talent. Like, he's wasting his talent, and he wasted an opportunity that people would literally kill for at this point. But I now have something personally against Kanye, the same way I have something personally against all these people who try to minimize our ancestors and disrespect our ancestors. Oh, I got bullet points for this, so I'm gonna let y'all get y'all shit off. But I got bullet points for motherfucking Kanye.
You may want to keep going.
What was the actual comment that he made? Because I ran this topic across a couple people, and they didn't actually hear the actual comment.
Hold on, I actually pass my phone. I actually got the whole quote. I actually wrote it.
So we got to inform the people.
I see the steam coming off your chest.
What?
You see the
What?
I got heat for Ye. Like, I really got heat for Ye. Like, I guarantee you, if I saw Ye, his security would have to come get me before I got to him.
Open a pot with a crab bowl.
No. Did you see his security in the pictures?
No.
Nah, I ain't
Somebody, it was I can't remember. Somebody said they called for the Crips, the Bloods, or somebody somewhere to jump him.
Dash from Dash and Corrupt. Yeah.
So somebody snapped a picture of him with the security. I was like, that's the security? Like, the security look real insecure.
Older kids. So this is what Kanye West said. He said, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, 400 years? That sounds like a choice. You were there 400 years and it's all of y'all. It's like we're mentally in prison. Now, check this out. So he tried to save it. No. Rewind this shit if you want to hear me say it. He tried to save it with that mentally imprisoned bullshit.
It hurt you so much to read that.
It really
I
did.
can see it.
In my soul.
It hurt you to say it.
He tried to
your
save
eyes
it
water.
with that mentally right. He tried to save it with the mentally imprisoned bullshit. Because the thing is, if we're mentally imprisoned, why are you bringing up 400 years of slavery?
Bingo.
Mental prisons are here now.
Every day.
Every single day.
Right.
So your choice, I guess your shitty parallel of 400 years of slavery, you tried to make that a choice and then clean it up with mental slavery because you knew you fucked up. You knew you fucked up. Because the black dude that was sitting there interviewing him was like, what? And then Harvey was like, I'm not touching this bullshit.
Yeah, Harvey politely.
The white guy Harvey was like, I'm not touching that bullshit.
You know,
he flew away like Tinkerbell.
and this is what pisses me off too, though. Everybody keeps saying that, Kanye, I know what he was trying to say, but he just doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to express the words clearly and correctly. Kanye been on this earth for 40 years, speaking for 38 of them, maybe.
His mother was a motherfucking English professor.
You mean this grown-ass man don't know how to express himself verbally? He is a rapper. And y'all giving him a pass because you say...
he made his fame off words. What the... And here's what kills me about these Kanye stans. I'm not even talking about the fans because I was a fan. These Kanye stans are no better than the Trump stans. Think about it. Trump will say some bullshit. They be like, well, what he meant was. That's the same thing that he was doing with Kanye. Exactly. And it's pissing me off. Like, no, he said what he said. And then they was like, well, they ain't released the rest of the interview. He got up there and said, I know I disappointed you and I'm sorry. I know I disappointed the black community. And then he started rambling about other shit.
Being on opiates.
So I heard someone say one time, a smart man can play stupid. Stupid man can't play smart. Y'all really think Kanye, it wasn't intentional?
That's what I meant.
No,
I mean, it was intentional.
Here's my thing. I think him saying it was intentional because I think that's what he actually believes now.
Yeah, I think he believes that.
I mean,
think Kanye actually
the whole
But
concept
the
of
timing
man
of him speaking,
right.
oh, this is design.
And
Right.
here's my thing. That makes it even worse. You mean to tell me that you going to disrespect our ancestors to put some coins in your pocket, my nigga?
Kris Jenner said, by any means necessary, secure the bag.
Fuck Kris Jenner. Fuck her too. Fuck the whole Kardashian
But I'm
clan.
just saying, like, aside from him always being kind of like
You think about his
a
surroundings.
loaded gun.
But think about his surroundings as well. He in that whole Kardashian life where they live off the principle,
Right.
No publicity is bad publicity.
Exactly.
That makes this even more egregious and even worse of an offense that you would disrespect everybody. Kanye disrespected everybody in this room ancestors.
All of them.
All of us are people of color. You didn't get light skinned just because of some strange genetic bullshit.
Right.
I didn't get lighter hue because of some strange genetic bullshit. I didn't end up in America because of some strange spaceship dropped my ancestors off in this motherfucker.
Yeah, we didn't decide to say, hey, let's walk up on this boat.
We
and see
didn't
what
land on
happens.
Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Like a motherfucker.
And that was after we got to Jamestown. 147 years after they got to Plymouth Rock. So, 127, excuse me. Did my math wrong. But anyway, that makes it even more egregious. You just disrespected every single person's ancestor of color here in this country to make you a couple of dollars from the Make America Great Again Foundation. Bruh.
But you don't think it might be a different message in the album? That's what I think. I just think it's a publicity stunt. Because at the end of the day, you have to think about it, knowledge. You can only deliver the message whenever you have attention of the people.
Okay.
I don't
So
think he
now
got a
I'm not
message.
my thing is, you disrespect my ancestors?
You don't want to hear what he got
I don't want to hear shit
Yeah.
you got to say.
I was about to say, I'll never find out.
What you talking about? We talking about him now.
Oh, you're right. Because I'm going to bootleg the shit out of this album.
Nah, I ain't even gonna do that. I don't even want to hear Kanye's voice no more. It just pisses me off to hear him talk. 'Cause, I mean, first off,
I think
he don't even
he
sound like
thinks-
old Kanye. I'm sorry I offended you, bro. I'm sorry.
Who is this new nigga?
Who kicked him in the nuts, man?
Lucius
Who took
when
his
he
balls?
came back.
Yeah, that's exactly who
Oh man,
He is
I love it.
Lucius when he
Kanye
came
is
back.
new Lucius.
Kanye is new Lucius.
Unless
He
y'all saw the
paints-
episode
he
last
paints
night
with
because
colors.
Lucius got his swag
I ain't
back.
seen it yet. I ain't seen it yet.
Not
Okay,
yet, not
never
yet, not
mind.
yet.
I ain't seen
Ooh,
it.
y'all need
Oh,
to
you
watch
must have
that.
watched it.
I haven't.
I did.
Don't come for me.
Anyways,
We'll see.
Kanye the new Lucius.
Yes.
If you
Who
ain't
tried to blow Kanye up?
when we watch it tonight, if you not surprised by nothing, I'ma know.
I mean, the TV snitch on you now. It tell whether the episode been watched.
You better use Fox Now instead of Hulu.
TV snitch.
hmm Anyway, so back to Yeezy. So let me go through these bullet points.
Uh-oh.
Gunshot.
First of all, slavery wasn't that long ago. I know a lot of people like to pretend that slavery was like a long time ago in America, but my grandmother's grandmother was a slave, so that really technically wasn't that
The
long ago.
stories are still in the
Especially
family.
if you think about the fact that number one, it takes 4 generations in this country to build wealth, and we're only like literally a generation and a half out of legal segregation.
Yep.
And we're still fighting segregated battles. You see all these banks having to pay these fines for discrimination and things of that nature. So we're still not there, number one. Number two, you just called all of our ancestors cowards. There were over 250 slave revolts, rebellions. One of my ancestors, the person who, the Edmund Hewlett, who started my family bloodline down there in Selma, he actually killed a slave overseer. So you gonna call that a coward?
Props to that, brother.
That's essentially what he did. He called our ancestors cowards. And I'm not cool with that. And the thing is, all these people that's caping for Kanye, I'm more disappointed in them than I am Kanye. Because the thing is, you won't even stand up to the folk at your job. Your boss treating you like crap, and you mean to tell me that these people should have chose death over slavery? You enslaved right now and won't stand up to that.
Facts.
So what you talking about? Like, are you serious? Everybody's brave and everybody's a revolutionary
In front
until
of a
that
keyboard.
gun is in their face or that whip is at their back or that nightstick is coming across their head. Everybody's a hero until it's time to stand the fuck up and be a hero. Kanye lives in Calabasas. Kanye has all this money. Kanye has tried to insulate himself from his blackness. Kanye talked about Chicago didn't change in the 8 years since Barack Obama was in office. Well, Kanye, you've been rich about 15. Please tell me what you did for Chicago. You claiming a set that don't claim you, my nigga, so please shut the fuck up. Like, that shit gets on my motherfucking nerves. He went on this whole anti-black routine, and niggas are steady caping for his ass like he actually gives a fuck about them. Kanye don't give a fuck about you. Kanye gives a fuck about those white kids in Calabasas that he's now making music for.
And shoes, and clothes, and shorts, all that bullshit.
Wasn't nobody buying them slave-ass garments Kanye was producing. Let's be honest. How many of y'all in here got... The shoes is straight. Like, the shoes is straight. I'm not mad at the shoes.
I ain't spending no money on no damn. I wasn't gonna do it before. I damn sure ain't doing it now.
Yeezys ain't really my style.
Ain't my
we
swag.
see you fuck with the Yeezys. Yeezys ain't my style.
So is New Balances.
Fuck New Balance. That's the official shoe of white supremacy.
Trump motherfucking campaign.
And look, you see they've been quiet ever since, right?
Right. So my thing is with that, wasn't nobody buying them slave clothes though. Raise your hand if you have ever went and bought a slave smock by Kanye. Nobody has bought a Kanye slave smock over here. I am not buying a $1,000 tater sack. I'm sorry. Kanye have making purses like croaker sacks. And if you ain't from the South, you don't know what no croaker sack is. I need you to Google croaker sack. Okay? That's what Kanye purses.
Can you spell
Is that
it for the
something you
people?
put frogs in?
Yeah.
Talking about a coat.
Yeah,
Right, can
I
you
figured
spell it
that
for the
out.
people?
Croaker. Croaker sack.
Kanye out here making that new line, the Yeezy Homeless Collection.
So,
Brought
okay,
to you
so-
by
and
New
now
York
here's another
Metro.
thing I got a problem with people Monday morning quarterbacking slavery, right? You at least at this point, the people who are caping for Kanye at least have 13 years of formal education. So you mean to tell me from your place of educational privilege, you gonna tell these folks back in the day who would be killed if they learned how to read how they should have functioned? Did you not hear about the atrocities that take psychological tolls on you, such as buck breaking, where they literally
Rape.
fucked the largest black male slave in the ass in front of all the other slaves to demasculinize him or whatever, to emasculate him, so to speak.
That's
They
why
would make slaves have sex with their own mothers. They would beat them. They would kill the child slaves as soon as they were born in front of the other people. They would feed black babies to alligators. And you niggers are sitting here caping for Kanye's comments and trying to repackage them as though there's something deep or noble. You dumb niggas are dumb as a motherfucker. I'm sorry. That's dumb as fuck. You sitting there from your place of educational privilege. I'm honestly, let me get through this, and I'm gonna tell you the last thing, okay? And then you niggas tried to use Haiti.
oh God.
You niggas really tried it with Haiti. Ooh, you niggas tried it with Haiti, something serious. Haiti was colonized by the French, which means for them to get reinforcements for some fuck shit that went down, they had to wait at least a month to get some backup. And you niggas tried to say, well, the rest of the country should have been like Haiti. There has never been a time in American motherfucking history that black people have outnumbered any white folks in this motherfucking country. What is wrong with you niggas?
Hence the term minority.
Yahtzee! This shit is not rocket science, my dude. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Are you serious? And then y'all like, okay, so y'all want a bunch of slaves. Oh, and I had the dumbest comment today. They should have collaborated with other people.
Yeah, put that in group me real quick. We'll send it to Charleston.
If you don't get your, you about smarter than a dumb motherfucker. I swear, girl, you about smarter than a wet bag of Hammers. I can't stand you. I hate y'all. Like, I hate y'all. So with Haiti, the thing is about Haiti. Yes, Haiti had a very, very successful, by standards, slave rebellion. And that rebellion was in all of us. But Haiti was a unique situation as they were isolated. And they were able to do things that everybody else wasn't able to do. And they also had the backing of the Dutch army to fight against the French. But here's the thing. Haiti, to this day, May 3rd, 2018, is still suffering from the after effects of that rebellion and the continued colonization. So what you did was, by even using them as an example, you proved the point that, number one, we were never cowards, but saw what the after effects were. Do you know how worse it would have been in America?
Like the main thing that comes, where would you go?
Yeah, exactly.
You have no clue.
A bunch of slaves
Where
go
to go?
kill Massa and go to Georgia. Right. How the fuck do you sound?
I mean, does the action outweigh the consequence?
Right. They was like, them folks was smart. They built pyramids and everything.
What?
You built pyramids, but you couldn't get out of slavery.
People are.
Go to my Facebook. No, bruh, I'm not even joking. Swear to God, go to my Facebook. Go to my last, where this dude had a very poignant breakdown of why it was stupid to bring Haiti into it. His name, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, but his name is Siete Saudedes. He said, y'all not going to use the Haitian Revolution as a gotcha against other black groups as if the circumstances were the same all the way across the board, especially if you fix your mouth to say that Afro-Americans chose to stay in slavery for 400 years. Haiti's circumstances were very, very unique. Its distance from France and large amounts of white people played an important role. Malaria and dysentery played a role. Hurricanes that sunk ships played a role. The expense that it would have taken France to re-invade played a role. And yes, the fact that voodoo was in full blossom in Haiti in an interrupted form played its role. Haiti also had the assistance of, you made my point, assistance of a fully armed Polish army that defected from the French to fight with the Haitians as well as other allies. In the United States, enslaved Africans came from dozens of ethnic groups and were unable to communicate with each other. This was deliberate. Later, when large plantations were established, they were often miles apart from each other. Enforcers and bounty hunters stalked the roads at night just in case. These evolved into the police, who you motherfuckers don't even stand up against, you raggedy sons of bitches. Our ancestors often lived on sex farms and breeding farms, incessantly raped, incessantly brutalized, forced to have up to 30 children each. And if they ran, often those they left behind would be made examples of. Worked from sunup to sundown in all weather, fed just enough not to die, forced to work in fields with amputations and open wounds, babies fed to crocodiles if cotton quotas weren't met, or just for amusement. Have you ever lived in a rural area? Have you ever walked 10 miles at once? Do you know how hopelessly outnumbered they were? That armies with guns were sent to put down rebellions that didn't make it into the history books. And yet our ancestors found the courage to poison their masters, goofer their masters, and many black women forced to nurture white children while their own children starved, snapped the necks of their future oppressors before they went to the gallows. If you ever fix yourself to say some foolish shit about an era that you would not survive, take note. The eyes of the ancestors are watching. Y'all learned about the Haitian Revolution just to weaponize it against other black people. Fuck you. You are a disgrace.
I want to frame that shit. I want to frame that.
I want to print that shit out and frame it.
He was on opiates.
Didn't he say he took like a yellow jacket or some shit before he came in there? Crazy.
He had just had lipo.
You know,
Hey.
and it's one thing nobody's talked about either in this. Nobody talked about the fact that they forced Christianity onto the slaves
Well,
as another control measure.
Let's not even go there because and you want to know why? Because the same people. Okay, let's look at it like this. They just sat here and gave us some make-believe excuse for Kanye, but will call us coons for believing in Christianity. Yet you just disrespected every ancestor that came before you. And so the thing is, the Christian argument is kind of tepid because that's the argument they're going to make. Well, if you wasn't a Christian, you could see what Kanye was saying. Shut your stupid ass up.
Bro, I can't deal with so much fucking stupidity.
But here's my thing. And my thing is, people's like, well, you know, he's mentally ill. Kanye is not mentally ill.
Nope.
I'm not going to give him that out. I'm not. I'm sorry. I've seen mental illness. I know what mental illness looks like. Kanye ain't mentally ill. Kanye was very lucid. It was like he's in a manic phase. I know somebody very, very close to me in my life who goes through manic phases and depressive phases. Kanye ass was not manic. Kanye ass was Kanye.
He was very present, coherent, and collected.
And overzealous as usual.
And so let's break this down. Kanye has always wanted to be an elitist. We knew that from his very first album.
Oh, yeah.
And as he started climbing the ladder, he got further and further away from what he felt like, you know, was where he was or what made him. If you remember, see, Kanye is one of those guys that got beat up a lot in junior high, got ignored by girls in high school, and then when he got older, he turned his back on all of it and now using it as an excuse for anti-blackness. I'm going to prove it to you. So Kanye, in an interview, said, you know, when he was younger, that he was raised by a lot of women because his father wasn't really around. And so when you got angry, you know, you would pop off and use your hands and roll your neck, and it would be like a woman. And so people would call him gay and all kind of stuff. And so he took that to heart. And even in the song Drive Slow, he said that he had this one homeboy that nicknamed him K-Rock so people would leave him alone. So you could tell Kanye got picked on. Kanye talks about it. The song Bring Me Down, I always knew that one day they try to bring me down. Who trying to bring you down, Kanye? Because you've been your biggest saboteur. So as Kanye think about it, when Kanye first came in the game, who was he dating? That fine ass Delta, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kanye got away from that and started
Real
dating
quick.
Kim. You know, people like, well, Kim's not a white woman, she's Persian. Kim is a white presenting
No,
Persian
he went through
woman.
the stages of light.
No, he went to
He
Kanye,
did.
he went to Kim, and then he went to Amber, and then he went back to Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, Kim had went and married that white dude from the Nets or whatever. And so here's the thing. So then Kanye got into fashion. What's the most elitist industry in the entertainment world? Fashion.
High-end retail.
And he's failing in that. Two things today just came out. Number one, a Givenchy designer said that Kanye stole his current designs from back when they both worked together at Nike and provided receipts.
And you know what? He's failing because he's trying to play the white man's game.
That's exactly what
here's
he's
another
doing.
thing. Jean-Paul Gaultier. You've all seen his cologne bottles, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the shape of a woman. He put some shady stuff on Instagram because Kim K has a new perfume out. What's the bottle shaped like? She said it's shaped like her body.
I was gonna say, of course, it's shaped like her, right?
It was probably made like hers too. Computer scale. They modeled it. Cut some shit away.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Oh,
the thing is,
Kanye, diaper Duke Kim. Go ahead.
Kanye has completely bought into the idea that he believes that he's no longer fully a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what's crazy about these capes that they pulling out for Kanye. Kanye ain't said no, he has not been any more disrespectful to our ancestors and our people than both Ben Carson and Stacey Dash have. Why y'all ain't cape for them? Stacey Dash was recently in Honor Up with Dame Dash. Stacey Dash was in what is it, Mo Money with Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
She's been on all kinds of BET stuff. She is Black History just like Kanye.
Okay, well, look at it.
Make Jesus walk.
That's everybody damn cape for Kanye. But Kanye made Jesus walk.
I think some
When the
people
last
are
time
still.
Kanye went to church?
I think they still caping for Kanye because when Kanye first came in, we caped for Kanye. Like when you come in through hip hop, you're automatically the voice of the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye was never the voice of the people.
Kanye was the voice of Kanye.
Exactly,
Of
but
course, voice
that's
of
what
Kanye's
we
ego.
fail to accept.
And I'm
though.
not gonna sit here in front. Like I related so well to those first couple of albums because I was going through it at the same time. We was in college at the same time.
Do you know I bought this shit on vinyl? I'm ready to go home and burn it.
Yeah.
I'm so
The
I
first
was
three
so
albums.
excited to get it on vinyl. You know, I love vinyls. I love to turn on my record player and like hit a crackle and
Yeah.
I'm so pissed off that I was so excited to find the College Dropout on vinyl.
I found my iPod from college,
Ooh.
Oh, I wish I could find
and
mine.
it still cuts on. I have unreleased Kanye music. Well, not unreleased, but
The shit
I
that
have
you don't
rare
hear, like the
Kanye
scary
music.
movie freestyle and shit
Right.
like that.
I got all that stuff. I got all of it on that iPod. I don't
Kanye's
even want to
very
turn that iPod on no
calculated.
more. The only thing I'm listening to on that iPod is Music Soul Child and Dipset from now on.
Man,
That's
I
it.
just made myself depressed, man, because I just realized I got the same
But let's do
amount
this
of
right
music.
quick. I'm gonna touch
got nothing.
this. We still got to wrap up. We still got to wrap up though. So I'm gonna touch on this one thing, right? So it was something you said that touches on something that we've been dealing with in our community for a while now. You said when Kanye first came out, he spoke for and to the people, and so people are so willing to cape for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same reason we're willing to cape for R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Same reason they was caping for Bill Cosby rapist ass.
The pudding's gone bad.
That's the same reason this celebrity worship shit got to stop. Your favorite celebrity can be both a talented artist and a shitty human being, and we have to start accepting that.
We can't praise every black person that we think made it. Like, oh, they made it. They represent us. No, they not.
No.
Can I ask a question though? I'm just curious. This is just for a good discussion. Who are your favorite celebrities or celebrities that you might admire? I'm just curious.
You asking me?
Everybody.
I don't admire, idolize, or look up to none of them niggas.
You
At
want-
the end of the day, now what I will do, I look at the effort. I look at the effort and the time that they put into their craft. They got them there. Okay, I appreciate the effort. But as far as looking up to those individuals, man, look, I look up to my grandma and granddaddy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people
That's what it should
I
be.
grew up, who I grew up seeing take care of a household, who put in family values, who put in work ethic. These other cats, hey, look, I dig your music. That's about it. That's about it. Hey, I dig your movies, but that about it. Hey, I dig your shoes. That
Yeah,
about it.
I got you.
The only celebrity. Let me go. Let's get Miss EP. Do you look up to any
No, I
celebrities?
agree with the exact same thing.
Okay.
Nope.
I got a different opinion because
Okay.
my heroes are like what you're saying. I don't hold no credence or credibility to these celebrities, but the people I respect for what they're doing, there's only one that I can always consistently go to, and that's Spike Lee. And it might be a little bit different for me because I'm in Brooklyn. I see what happens in Fort Greene. I see what happens at BAM, Brooklyn Academy of Music. Like, you can find Spike. He right there. And I see what he does. He don't drop his word for nobody. I appreciate that.
I'll tell you, it was only two that I really truly looked up to, and one of them is no longer with us. I always looked up to Ozzie Davis.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay.
I did look up to him. that and what made me start really looking into him and then looking up to him, so to speak, was the first time I heard the eulogy he did for Malcolm X, and that that touched me as a 12-year-old boy. Like, for some reason that resonated so heavily within me, because he was saying things about Minister Malcolm that, you know, I wasn't seeing modeled outside of my own father. Mm-hmm. You know, and so that really touched me. And so just hearing that man's voice just made a lot of sense to me. And Spike Lee is the other one, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I had a dream and still do kind of have a very, very, I wouldn't say it's a dream, but it is kind of a bucket list thing. I've always wanted to direct movies. And a big reason why I wanted to go to Morehouse as a younger man was because Spike Lee went to Morehouse. You know, I'm a Spike Lee fan, and you know, while Spike Lee, he done made his own share of mistakes and said some dumb shit, but hell, I say dumb shit all the time. So, you know, but the thing is about Spike does not say dumb shit in a malicious manner to degrade or debase somebody, but Spike does say dumb shit out of passion. And I'm the same way. Like, I say dumb shit out of passion all the time. I mean, you know me. Yeah, y'all hear me say dumb shit on here sometimes out of passion.
I think we all do.
You know, but those are the two I look up to. But what you said was very valid. Like, but that goes back to okay, hold up. I'm gonna go on a tangent right quick, and then we got to get out of here. Number one, we do need to get back to looking up to our parents and grandparents, but Our parents and grandparents need to be people worthy of looking up to. So we have to so for everybody in here that has children, we have to start with us and do better for our children. Like, I know you're a good dad. I know you're a super mommy. And I know I have my things I need to work on as a father. But I have to be a better father to my children so they can have, you know, people to look up to like that. But another thing, and I want to say this to you motherfuckers. If I hear another one of y'all try to use Willie Lynch as a source document for something, I'm punching you smooth in the titty. You people will use Willie Lynch as a source document, and he's a fairy tale, and then turn around and call the whole Bible and Jesus a fairy tale. Who raised you niggas?
Did Santa Claus read your motherfucking no. Motherfuckers can't do that shit.
So, before we close out, man, Natty, what you got to say, man? You got anything to say to people?
On this good old Thursday, I actually don't, man. I actually don't.
You ready for a good weekend this time?
Well, you know, I got a matter of fact, man. This is my grandmother's 87th birthday celebration.
Hey, get it in there.
Birthday,
turn up.
So man, she been working. Look, man, she been working for about 3 months. She said she want to get this granny twerk video put out to the people. Oh, gosh. So
I don't know if I can co-sign that.
I'm here for it.
Is chicken and Hennessy involved?
Tape for old people.
I'm here for it.
Is chicken and Hennessy involved?
It's a workout video for old people. It's called Granny Twerk.
I'm here for it.
So Granny say, but look, no, the only thing she said she wanted.
I'm not supporting Granny's twerking.
I am.
The only thing she wanted all her kids, all her grandkids, great grands, you know what I mean, to get together. She just wanted a family picture.
That's beautiful. I love that.
That's the only thing she want, man. So if I got any family members listening, y'all need to have y'all ass at 1129 Woodshire Drive, Saturday. All day. All day. Ain't know what time, is all day.
Can I come get in the picture?
Might as well.
Just blend in.
This got to just
cousin.
slide in.
Hey, cousin, let me get a plate, cousin.
Cousin Pete.
Just slide in. But other than that, man, that's
it's lucky. Lucky. You know. Miss EP.
Stay positive.
Hey.
Got to.
You stay positive.
I am. Like that's my big thing always. Like, no matter what, you have to be in control of yourself, control of your emotions, control of your own mental state. Because there's so many other things in the world you can't control. Like, but your ability to be in control of your own decisions to stay positive no matter what, it's up to you. Got to do it.
She got me in control of my diet. I still ain't ate no fried food yet.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I'm feeling light on my feet. My stomach going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seatbelt ain't so tight.
I ain't farted not one time in here today.
Hey, I appreciate it. Look.
Kick them legs and sit up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That be that good shit.
Amen to no gas.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Telling you.
Rrell, what's up, baby? What you got?
Miss EP kind of stole mine, but I'm gonna put mine in terms that I think. My brain's a little fucked up sometimes.
Oh, so you like Kanye now?
Nah, I ain't
Nah.
Say some dumb shit. We gonna be tenning in here.
Nah, so in the terms of being positive, WWRPD. What would Richard Pryor do?
Tell Bill Cosby to suck my dick.
You
making money?
Wait.
Your family
Okay,
good?
I hate to do this.
Fuck it. Tell him I said suck my dick. Have a coke and a smile.
Because y'all know they tried to ruin Richard, right?
By saying he was gay?
Yeah, so when you say stuff like tell him to suck my dick, it's like,
Richard-
was he
He
joking?
did say he did enough
No,
coke
Richard-
to fuck a mailbox.
He did.
Well, no.
He admitted it, though.
Richard Pryor was actually very open about the fact that he used to have a relationship with a
So
transgender
I,
woman.
right, so I don't even understand
And the
like
whole
why
Brandon
people try to
Marlowe
use
story, I
it
don't know how that went
against
down,
them
but-
now.
I don't know how they gonna use it. I mean, here's my thing: you can't use something against somebody that already admitted.
I mean,
It's
and
like
his
the
wife
Eminem 8 Mile
co-signed.
bombing yourself theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He rabbited himself. But
I guess my closing thoughts. Two things. Number one, fuck Willie Lynch, and number two, fuck Kanye.
Kanye.
Would they both imaginary
KKA.
asses?
Exactly.
Oh, KKA.
Shit. Anyway, hey, appreciate y'all for checking us out this week, man. And you can check us out on every single platform pretty much at this point. We got iHeartRadio, Spotify, the Apple Podcast app. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and our social media stuff is coming soon. And also, we have a bonus episode releasing on Sunday. New podcast alert, new podcast alert, new podcast alert
Hey.
coming soon. And you'll hear that announcement on Sunday. But we'll catch you guys next week. Same kind of sleepy time, same kind of sleepy channel. From the whole crew, out to you. Peace.
We out.
Peace.